Hmm. So question number 1. What is the answer for question number 1?
D.
Sir, D.
D.
The question was, the answer was D. The first statement in itself is false, right? How would you solve A cross A cross A cross B?
So vector triple product formula.
Right, vector triple product. As I have said, whenever you have more than 4 vectors, तो क्या करेंगे? For a moment A cross B को U assume कर लो. ठीक है, assume this as a vector U and then apply the formula of triple ये scalar triple product, sorry, vector triple product, and then U को A cross B substitute करके वापस से back substitute कर लो. So when you solve, the mod of this whole thing will actually come out to be 343 rather than 243. So the statement 1 is false and therefore D becomes the answer. Right. Next, question number 2. ABC, A is perpendicular to C minus lambda B, then the sum of different values of lambda. इसको what will the values of lambda come out to? How would you solve this?
Sir, vector A निकालेंगे फिर vector C minus lambda times vector B.
C minus lambda B निकाल लो पहले, and then उसका A dot C minus lambda B should be equal to 0. That should give you a quadratic in terms of lambda, which is like lambda square plus 4 lambda minus 5 equal to 0. This should be the ultimate quadratic that you should get. And यहाँ से some of the values will become minus 4. Quadratic है, sum of the roots would be minus B by A. ठीक है? I hope everyone is okay with this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, question number 3.
2 minus 4 minus 7.
Well, 3 was simple. The point of intersection. So, how do we find the point of intersection of the two lines?
Take 1 equal to lambda.
इसको lambda ले लिया. यहाँ से we'll find out x, y, and z, and then take these values and substitute in this. उससे lambda आ जाएगा, and then we'll back substitute lambda in this to get the point. And now, how do we find the image of any point in the xy plane?
Change the coordinate of z.
Only z will remain constant. Others will change sign.
X. If we have a point x, y, z, so what would be its image after reflection in the xy plane?
X, Y minus Z.
Minus.
X, y, and minus z. Okay, so that would be the last step that you have to do. Just change the sign of the z coordinate. Right? Point of intersection of line in the plane. We have already practiced this in the class so many times, right? So what is the method for this? इसको equal to lambda किया, find out x, y, z, and make it satisfy the equation of the plane. हो गया.
So इसका तो predefined lambda भी है.
हाँ, इसका predefined lambda भी है. If you remember the lambda का formula, that is best. Okay. As I mentioned in the class, there are so many lambdas. You must not get confused between the various lambdas. If you can remember the values of the lambda, that is for the best. Okay, that will save a lot of time in the exam. So lambda का सीधा value डाल के you can find out the points directly. But in case if you're getting confused in the various lambdas, then you can always follow the basic method. Take this equal to lambda, find x, y, z, put it into make it satisfy the equation of the plane. Okay. If you can remember the values of lambda, nothing like that. So I hope everyone is clear on this question.
Yes, sir.
Question number 5, foot of the perpendicular. Again, we had discussed this question as a standard in the class. Okay, let's say this is the point and this is the line. This is 1, 0, 3, and इस पे ले लो B is over here 4, 7, 1.
A.
Foot of the coordinates drawn from the point A and B and the point joining B and C. C आ जाएगा 3, 5, 3. So how will we solve this question? We'll find the equation of BC. ठीक है, 2-point form से. Then find out a general point. Suppose this point is D. So इसका we'll find out the general coordinates of D and then use the fact that since AD is perpendicular to BC, then vector AD dot vector BC must be equal to 0. That will give us the value of lambda. ठीक है, equation of BC आएगा, उसको convert कर लो parametric form में. ठीक है, convert equation of BC in the parametric form. That will become the coordinates of D, and then all we have to do is find out the directional ratios of AD. We already have the directional ratios of BC. Then AD dot BC must be equal to 0. We'll give you the value of lambda. We have already solved these type of questions in class. Okay, next question number 6. The sum of the magnitude of two unit vectors. So sum of the A dot B, A plus B ka mod is greater than the magnitude of their difference, so that is greater than mod of A minus B, and is less than √3 times A minus B. That is the condition given. So now from here, if we square this entire relation, so what would be A minus B whole square?
2 cos
Mod
theta.
A square plus mod B square minus 2AB cos theta. And ये आ जाएगा less than mod A square plus mod B square plus 2AB cos theta, and which in turn is less than 3 का square करने पे ये 3 हो गया, mod A square plus mod B square minus 2AB cos theta again. अब बस इसको solve कर लो. That will give you that cos theta should lie between 0 and half. So if cos theta lies between 0 and half, what would theta lie between?
Pi by 3 to pi by 2.
Pi by 3 to pi by 2. ठीक है? Okay, moving on to the next question. Equation of a plane passing through 3 points. Again, a very standard question, right? इसका formula क्या है?
Determinant x minus x1, y minus y1.
X minus y1, y minus y1, z minus z1, फिर x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, and then x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, and z3 minus z1. Mod of the determinant of this should be equal to 0. That will give you the answer directly. Okay. Question number 8 is A is a non-zero vector. Mod of modulus A. M is a non-zero scalar. Then MA is a unit vector if. What should be the value of M?
C.
C. Obviously, if we want this to be equal to 1, right? So M is a scalar quantity, तो ये तो बाहर आ जाएगा. M times mod of vector A is 1, or M is equal to 1 by mod A. It's such a useless question. Okay, 9. a plane meets the coordinate axis in A, B, and C such that the centroid of the triangle is AAA. So let's say we have this coordinate axis, and then there is a plane like this. Okay, so let's say this point is A, this is B, and this is C. So if the centroid of this is A, A, then what can we say would be the coordinates of A?
A by 3, 0, 3A, 0, 0.
Well, ये 0, 3A, 0 आएगा, ये होगा 3A, 0, 0, and ये होगा 0, 0, 3A. I hope everyone is okay with this. Okay, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. Now, if we know the x-intercept, y-intercept, z-intercept, then how do we write down the equation of the plane?
Intercept form.
Intercept form: x by 3a, y by 3a plus z by 3a is equal to 1.
Sir,
So, हाँ बोलो.
so we could have put the coordinates of the centroid in the equation itself.
नहीं. A centroid of the triangle. हाँ, you can do that as well. Correct,
Then
correct,
it
correct.
equals to 3a.
It is the centroid. Centroid है, so you can put it that as well. Since it's the centroid of the triangle, it must satisfy the equation of the plane, right? Correct. That is also correct. उससे भी p equal to 3 directly आ जाएगा, right? Nice. How what would be the question? What would be the value of p if A, is the centroid of the tetrahedron OABC?
4A होता.
If I say that A, is the centroid of the tetrahedron OABC, then how will the value of p change?
So 4A.
But basically p will become 4a, right? क्योंकि centroid of the tetrahedron में by 4 हो जाता है. Okay, next. Vector this is rotated through an angle theta, becomes double the magnitude. Then what could be the value of x? What would be the simplest way of solving this?
Magnitude to equal.
Magnitude.
But that is all you need to do. Just magnitude equate कर दो. The magnitude of this, so that's, let's say, 16 plus 4x minus 2 whole square plus 4 should be equal to twice of this. So twice of this में आ जाएगा 4 times 1 plus x square plus 9. बस solve कर लो. This will give you 2 values of x. ठीक है?
Sir, in this question, there was no need of the theta, right?
Yes, there is no need of theta.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, the shortest distance between this and the z-axis. So again, a pretty simple question. This is the equation of the line in the unsymmetrical form. So what is the first thing that we have to do?
Convert to symmetrical form.
इसको convert करना होगा symmetrical form में. ठीक है? Convert to symmetrical form, and then what is the formula for shortest distance? Shortest distance का formula क्या है? A2 minus A1 dot
B1 cross B2
B1 cross B2
by mod
of
B1 cross B2.
B1 cross B2. ठीक है? Since we know कि z axis है, तो z axis, what can we take any vector along the z axis? k ले लो.
Cap.
खाली k ले लो, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? अपने को तो डायरेक्शन चाहिए. मैग्नीट्यूड इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि वो तो एनीवेज मॉड ऑफ b1 क्रॉस b2 से डिवाइड होके 1 ही हो जाएगा. So we just need the direction. We are not interested in magnitude of that vector anyways. Clear है? So vector along the z axis को you can just simply take as k. I hope everyone is okay with this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Magnitude needed ही नहीं है, तो इससे ही हो जाएगा. And you can take any point on z axis, 0,0,1 ही ले लो. Okay, next. A line L1 passes through point 3i and is parallel to the vector this. Another line L2 passes through the point I plus j and is parallel to vector this. Point of intersection of the two lines. Again, बहुत ही easy सा question है. So this line passes through the point 3,0,0, first line, and the directional ratios are -1, 1. तो ये आ जाएगा x minus 3 by -1 is equal to y by 1 is equal to z by 1. This is the first line. और second line हो जाएगा x minus 1 by 1 plus is equal to y minus 1 by 0 is equal to z by 1. ठीक है, these are the equation of the two lines. अब किसी भी एक को lambda करके दूसरे में plug in कर दो, that will give you the point of intersection. Or you could do it in another way as well, थोड़ा सा hit and trial use करके. Like if you solve it in the vector form, what would be the equation of the in the vector form? 3i plus lambda minus I plus minus I plus j plus k. ये होगा L1, and L2 in the vector form would be I plus j plus mu times I plus k. ठीक है?
I plus k.
Hello?
I plus k into mu times.
Is parallel to vector I plus k है ना, तो mu times I plus k
okay,
आएगा ना.
okay, sir. Okay.
I hope everyone is okay with this. ठीक है. Now hit and trial कैसे करोगे? We want the values to be either this or this or this ABC में से. So what value of lambda can generate A?
1.
1.
1. Okay. And is there any value of mu that can generate A?
1.
So if lambda is 1, mu is 1, this point A becomes common between them. And if it's a point common between them, it becomes a point of intersection. So you could have also solved it in this way, hit and trial करके. Is this process clear to everyone? Because
Yes,
the point is already known, so you can just use hit and trial and see that do we have a value of lambda and a value of mu that satisfies a common point, that gives us a common point. Then that common point will become a point of intersection. Instead of doing in the longer way, okay, this would be the longer method of solving this. Hit and trial obviously would be the easier and shorter method of doing this. Okay, whenever the values are given in terms of the vector form, you can always use the vector equation of the straight lines and thoda sa hit and trial to find a common value between lambda and mu. That is there a can we have a possible value of lambda and a possible value of mu for which the output of both becomes the same? Then the same output will become the common point or the point of intersection. I hope this part is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. The complete set of values for which this increases. So increase कराना है. What is the condition for a function to increase?
F dash should be greater than 0.
F dash
Dash x
निकाल
is
लो.
greater
F
than
dash
0.
क्या आएगा इसका? 2 by x minus 2 minus 2x plus 4. ठीक है. Take the LCM, तो ये क्या आ जाएगा? 2 minus 2x square
1
plus
to 3 like
4x plus 4x minus 8 by x minus 2, and we want it to be greater than 0. अब इसका wavy curve बना लेना.
1 से 3 के बीच.
हाँ
1 to 3.
हाँ हाँ. When you draw the wavy curve, this will come out to be 1, 2, 3, but the domain of fx,
Greater than 1.
the domain of fx is 2 to infinity. sorry, open brackets 2 to infinity. So ये domain से intersection होके the value will become 2 to 3. ठीक है ना? Okay, 14. X, Y, Z be three real numbers such that 2x minus 3y plus 6z equal to 7 and ax plus y, then the least value of a. How do we do this?
So perpendicular distance from origin to the plane निकालना है.
Correct. ठीक है. देखो, now the thing over here is if we consider mod a, तो mod a क्या आएगा? Mod a would be root over of x square plus y square plus z square, right? And mod a can be said to be the distance of the point a from origin, length of the vector, and this point lies on this plane. ठीक है, ये इस plane पे lie कर रहा है. So we can say that mod a will be the least, or the least value of mod a will be the perpendicular distance of origin from the plane given by this equation 2x plus minus 3y plus 6z. ये. And what is the formula for perpendicular distance of a point from a plane?
Mod of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus
Plus
d by
d
s
by
plus
root over of a square plus b square plus c square.
सर
हाँ बोलो.
इसमें तो एक लिखा नहीं है कि प्लेन का है.
देख, think of it in this way. अच्छा देख, if we say that mod of a vector is x square plus y square plus z square, so how many vectors can it represent?
इनफाइनाइट.
हाँ, technically infinite. तो अपने x y z के साथ कोई भी साइन चूज कर सकते हैं ना. We can choose the vector as x y z. We can choose the vector as x minus y minus z. कुछ भी साइन लगा सकते हैं ना.
हाँ.
ठीक है. So suppose करो we choose the sign like this. 6 to x is minus x, ठीक है, comma minus y and z. ये पॉइंट ले लो, minus x minus y minus z, minus x minus y z. Can we say that this point will satisfy this equation? 7 आ जाएगा ना, -1 x y z का 1 1 1 लेके.
हाँ सर.
ठीक है, कोफिशिएंट्स देख ले, कोफिशिएंट्स आ जाएगा ना. ये प्लस हो गया, ये माइनस हो गया, जो 3 6 9 minus 2 7 आ जाएगा.
हाँ.
So can we say that this point will lie on the plane?
यस.
तो बेसिकली अपने क्या कर रहे हैं, अपने इसका मैग्नीट्यूड निकाल रहे हैं. एंड इसका मैग्नीट्यूड वुड बी द सेम एज इसका मैग्नीट्यूड, क्योंकि साइन से तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता मैग्नीट्यूड को.
हाँ.
समझ में आ गया ना.
हाँ सर.
So out of all the various possible values of a, we are choosing the one which will lie on the plane and उसका mod निकाल दिया. I hope this question is अब समझ में आ गया ना लॉजिक. क्रिश क्लियर है ना.
हाँ सर.
Okay, next 15. A, B, C, D, E, F is a regular hexagon. O, if the position vector of OA is this, then what be the position vector of BC? So let's say we create a benzene. ठीक है, ये O हो गया. Oh, I'm completely out of practice to draw benzene. So let's say this is A, B, C. So this would be vector OA. So okay, what can we say about vector OA and vector BC?
Anti-parallel.
Anti-parallel है, so we can directly बस उसका minus कर दो. Minus of this will become BC. Such easy questions. Okay, 16.
सर डी।
इनमें सी नहीं होगा, सी और डी
यार
होगा।
सी नहीं होगा।
कंटिन्यूअस
देखो mod x तो ऐसे ही हो गया, mod x इज नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल जीरो पे, tan x पाई बाई 2 पे डिसकंटिन्यूअस। अब ये जो फंक्शन है x माइनस 2 टू द पावर 2 by 3, दिस विल कम आउट टू बी नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल एट 2। ठीक है, इसका f डैश क्या आएगा? 2 by 3 minus 1, so it will become minus of 1 by 3, so ये आ जाएगा 2 by 3 divided by x minus 2 to the power 1 by 3।
हाँ
है ना?
ठीक है।
तो 2 पे इसका f dash x will not exist। when you try to find the limit will not exist। देखिए f dash, क्योंकि इसमें सपोज करो what would the value of f dash 2 minus
infinity
infinity,
minus
तो limit does not exist। समझ गया ना? and
हाँ,
because limit does not exist, the function is non-differentiable,
okay,
so that's why c will not be there and d would be, d तो ये polynomial है, all polynomials are always continuous and differentiable everywhere। अच्छा 17 तो oral question था, because of the nature, because of the options ये oral question बन गया। we know that alpha cross beta cross gamma ये किसके टर्म्स में आएगा?
बीटा एंड गामा।
बीटा एंड गामा।
ये तो ट्रिपल प्रोडक्ट का फॉर्मूला है, ये तो बीटा और गामा के टर्म्स में आएगा। सो व्हाट मस्ट बी द वैल्यू ऑफ p?
0।
Zero। बस the only option with 0 is this, although none of these है, so you need to check out q and r, but effectively it's pretty much p से clear हो जाता है कि it could only be a। ठीक है, बाकी तो फिर you can use q as 10 and hit and trial करके देख लो कि 10 आ रहे हैं या नहीं आ रहे हैं। q will be simply alpha dot gamma, तो बस alpha dot gamma निकाल लो। Right, it was a very simple question। and okay, question number 18, ये पहले वाले question का reversal हो गया। we had a very similar question prior to this, ये इसका basically उल्टा हो गया। now in this case the plane is given as ax plus by plus c equal to 1, then what will be the centroid of the triangle? so x 1 by a plus y 1 by b plus z 1 by c is equal to 1, so 1 by इसका by सबका by 3 कर दो, so 1 by 3a 1 by 3b 1 by 3c will become the centroid of the triangle। The surface area of a spherical bubble is increasing at the rate of 2 centimeter squares. The radius of the bubble is 6 centimeter. Then the rate by which the volume is increasing. I think we did a similar question in the class, right?
Awesome.
Yes.
हाँ, तो ये तो हो ही गया होगा। स्फीयर को लो, फिर dvdt करो, वहां से drdt आ जाएगा, सॉरी dsdt करो, वहां से drdt आ जाएगा, एंड dvdt में drdt सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है। 20 just by looking at the options we can say that okay ये तो Rolle's theorem का question होगा, and we have to give a conclusion on px। since we have to give a conclusion on px, what would px be treated as?
F dash x.
px would be treated as f dash x। ठीक है, so f dash x is 2013 x to the power 2012 minus 2012 x to the power 2011 minus 16x plus 8। ठीक है, so अब इसका fx निकाल लो, फिर ये कितना आ जाएगा x to the power 2013 minus x to the power 2012 minus x square by 2, तो 8x square plus 8x, ठीक है?
Sir, plus D.
Plus c, हेलो,
हाँ sir, हाँ.
ठीक है ना?
हाँ सर.
अब you have to find out the number of values at which the function will repeat its values. Okay, number of points at which the function will repeat its values. जैसे यहाँ पे 0 से इंटरवल स्टार्ट है, so what would be f of 0?
0.
अरे c होगा ना, ठीक है? राइट. अच्छा, अब थोड़ा हिट एंड ट्रायल. What would be f of 1?
C.
फिर से c आ गया. So from this part, what can we conclude?
There is one root between 0 and 1.
Between 0 and
At least 1 root.
There is definitely at least one root between 0 and 1. ठीक है? एंड फिर इंटरवल का लास्ट वैल्यू क्या दिया है? f of 8 by 1 to the power 2011. ये भी डाल के देख लो. कि क्या वैल्यू आ रहा है? This will also come out to be c. So what can we say next? That between 1 and 1 by 8 to the power 2011, there must be at least one root. So the answer of this will become that this function will have at least two real roots. I hope everyone is clear with the last part.
Yes, sir.
इस वाले पार्ट को फैक्टराइज कर लेना. इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, इस वाले पार्ट को फैक्टराइज कर लेना. दिस विल बी लाइक x into x minus 1 into x to the power 2011 minus 8. ये ऐसा आ जाएगा इसका फैक्टराइजेशन. So we'll have a root 0, we'll have a root 1, and we'll have a root as 8 to the power 1 by 2011. अच्छा, next question number 21. If fx satisfies the condition of Rolle's theorem between 1 and 2, and fx is continuous between 1 and 2, so what will be the value of 1 to 2 f dash x dx?
0.
0.
I hope ये तो सबसे हो ही गया होगा. What would be f dash x 1 to 2?
F of 2 minus F of 1.
F of 2 minus F of 1.
F of 2 minus f of 1. But if f satisfies Rolle's theorem, f of 2 will be equal to f of 1. So ये वाला value 0 आ जाएगा. इतना तो integration you definitely would have done in physics कि f dash x dx from 1 to 2 will be f of 2 minus f of 1. है ना?
Yes, sir.
इससे ज्यादा ही कर लिया होगा इनफैक्ट. फिजिक्स में तो you would have done integration of quadratic expressions as well, dx by quadratic and वो सब वरुण सर फॉर्मूलास बताए होंगे. इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में तो यूज हुआ होगा.
हाँ सर.
ठीक है, काफी इजी हो जाएगा फिर मेरा वर्क फर्स्ट लेक्चर का. एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट लेक्चर का तो काफी इजी हो जाएगा. Okay, if a function fx is increasing in an interval a to b, then which of the following is correct? बोलो.
So B.
No.
सर B ट्रू होने के लिए होना चाहिए ना. हाँ सर.
Sir,
B ट्रू होने के लिए ओपन इंटरवल होना पड़ेगा ना.
हाँ.
और सर equal to भी नहीं हो सकता ना.
हाँ, इक्वल टू भी नहीं होगा. ठीक है, इक्वल टू नहीं होगा. मेन फंडा तो वो है. because if f dash is equal to 0 तो वो तो constant function के लिए भी हो सकता है, non decreasing हो जाएगा ना.
हाँ
Second option तो equal to की वजह से कट गया, because equal to will allow it to become a non decreasing function and not an increasing function. ठीक है. अच्छा, why is a not true? Range of fx would be f of a and f of
तो
b.
डिसकंटिन्यूअस हो सकता है बीच में.
आगे
हाँ.
पीछे कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Exactly, because the values, the a will only be true if fx is a continuous function and increasing. Okay, only when if it is a continuous and increasing function, then we can say that okay, if it's a continuous and increasing function, then the range will be f of a to f of b. But if it is just an increasing function, so we can have the function going like this as well. ठीक है, ये f of a हो गया, ये f of b हो गया, and बीच का इतना सारा वैल्यूज तो छूट ही गया. Clear है? So that's why a is not true. अच्छा, what about this c?
सर जीरो जरूरी नहीं है एग्जिस्ट करे.
Does not have any solution. ये तो बकवास है यार. We can very well have a increasing function which is something like this. X axis को cut कर रहा है, क्या problem है? So in that case, fx equal to 0 will have a solution, right? And what about equation C? What about D? D is true. D is a modification of IMVT. I hope all of you remember we had done this, that if for a continuous function, for any value c lying between f of a and f of b, f of x equals to c will have at least one solution. But if it's a strictly increasing function like this, so कोई भी value ले लो between this is f of a and this is f of b and this is f of b. So if you take any value c in between f of a and f of b, either it will have a solution or it will not have a solution. And if it does have a solution, it can only have one solution because it's a strictly increasing function. ठीक है?
हाँ सर.
Okay, next 23. What is the equation? If y equals to this has extremum at 1 and 2, so what does that basically imply? F dash 1 is equal to f dash 2 and both of them are 0. तो बस f dash 1 f dash 2 को 0 कर दो, दो equations आ जाएगा, two equations, two unknowns, solve for a and b. ठीक है, आई होप हो ही गया होगा 23 सबसे.
हाँ सर.
24, देखो what luck, we discussed 24 in the last Zoom session only, है ना?
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
So it would be this C. आपने x y equal to 1 के लिए किए थे, किसी और कर्व के लिए किए थे? आई थिंक कोई और कर्व के लिए था, बट क्वेश्चन का नेचर सेम था. And the point this are coplanar. What's the condition for 4 points to be coplanar?
Scalar triple product.
Scalar triple product of AB, AC, AD must be equal to 0. That will give you the required answer. So that is it. The entire paper didn't even take 1 hour to solve. So how many of you are scoring more than 80 in this, 80 in maths? कितनों का आया? If you would have seen your result.
सर मेरा
With this, the level of this paper, out of 100, I would say that 60 would be average. If you get 60, it's an average score, and anything above 80 will be good. मतलब आना चाहिए. 80 above is something that you should be getting in this kind of a paper. Okay, 60 would be average, and above 80 would be satisfactory. Yes, you have done reasonably well with such a simple level of paper. Does anyone have any other doubts from this paper? Mock test? I hope not. So in that case, does anyone have any other doubts from the previous things that we have discussed over this month? Vectors 3D, application of derivatives, any doubts that you have? Anything? Okay, presumably not. Okay. So in that case, let's discuss the schedule that we have for next week. Next week, Friday, we will have the indefinite integration lecture 1 updated. Okay, wo aayega. Now in the indefinite integration, what I would like to tell you is right from the beginning is indefinite integration is one of the most difficult topics in maths. Okay, it is one of the most difficult chapters of maths, surely because of the volume of formulas and the volume of standard forms that we have, right? So when we start the lecture, there is a introduction to the whole thing and a proper method that we will be following in writing or all the forms and the formulas that we have. Okay. So I will brief you on that. Abhi, I have said this thing in the lecture, but I'll brief you about it once again. Just give me a minute. When you are making notes, so I have said this thing in lecture, but I'm still pointing out it again over here because so that you can understand the importance of this. So let's say you start with this page. Okay, the first topic that will be start off with would be the basic formulas, integral x power n, integral a power x, integral 1 by ax, and so on and so forth. So we start writing the formulas over here. Then once the first set of formulas is done, we'll start solving questions based on these formulas. So when you're writing the formulas, once the first set of formulas is done, then this is the first page. Leave 2 pages after it. Second page, third page. Okay, ye chhod dena. Don't write anything over here because these would be needed for formulas. Okay, 3 pages of formulas. Right. Next, once the formulas are done, then we'll start discussing the standard forms. So jo next topic hoga, that would be standard forms. So in writing the standard forms, I'll ask you to divide your page into 3 columns, aise karke, and then like this. Yeah, and we'll start writing the standard forms in the from the lecture. Now, once the first set of forms are done, then we'll start solving questions based on that set. But before you start solving questions, count roughly around 6 pages. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 sides actually, 6 leaves or 3 whole pages. Leave 3 whole pages. This 3 pages would be filled with the standard forms. Clear है? In 3 pages pe you will be writing down all the standard forms that we have for indefinite integration, and then from the 7th page onwards, this is where you will start solving questions. So all the problems that we solve from the class assignments, or all the questions that we solve as examples, and any discussion that we have, you will write that from this 7th page onwards. Okay? Do not write anything in the pages that we have left for the forms, or the pages that we have left for the formulas. Clear hai? The whole idea of doing this is so that all the formulas and forms that we have in this chapter are there at one place. So after some time, let's say after a month or two, you want to revise things back, so you can find out everything at one place. ठीक है, सब कुछ एक ही जगह पे मिल जाएगा. You don't have to browse through the pages and search for, okay, where is this form, where is the second form, where is the third form, and so on and so forth. Clear? So please do take care of this and make sure that your notes are proper, at least for the formulas page and the forms page, because that is what we will be doing. We will be discussing a form which we will write in the forms page, then turn over to the place where we are solving questions and solve questions based on that form to have a better understanding of the processes. I hope everyone is clear with this. I have repeated this thing in the lecture as well. So every time that we go to a new form, it is you have to go to the forms page, write down the new form there, then come back to the place where we are solving questions and start solving questions based on that form there. Clear? Eh? Please make sure that your notes are proper. It will come in very handy, and it would be very helpful for you to create a grip on the chapter as well. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
I have said this thing in the lecture, but I'm just pointing out it once again just to emphasize the importance of writing proper notes, at least in this chapter. Because everything that we learn in this chapter of indefinite integration will again be used in the next chapter of definite integration as well. Right? One part of definite integration would be indefinite का integral में बस limit बैठा दिया, ठीक है, a to b कर दिया. So whatever we do there will be important over here as well. And with regards to the test that I said, so the test will have roughly 27 questions, mock test, the mega mock test of differential calculus. So it would be a 2 hours paper, roughly 27-28 questions, all distributed over single option correct, multiple option correct, paragraphs, and ye match the following. Okay, 120 marks around something hoga maximum. So it would be 2 hours paper, 120 marks, and all the forms, all the standard questions that we have there, right? The schedule for the test would be, let's say, from 9 a.m. to 2 in the noon. Okay, 5 hours ka window hoga, or 5 hours ka window mein you can take the test anytime. I hope that's okay. Sunday ko bola tha na main, Sunday ko 9 to 1 ka hoga, and from 2 we'll have the discussion of the test. I hope everyone is okay with that.
Yes, sir.
किसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना? 9
Next
to
Sunday,
1
no,
में
sir.
2 hours का टेस्ट.
Nice.
No, sir.
So the timings are final, and this would be updated on the group as well. So next Sunday morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. would be the window for a 2-hour test on differential calculus, the whole thing. Okay, and from 2 to 4 or 2 to 4, roughly 2 से जल्दी हो जाएगा, would be the discussion. Okay, discussion of the test, and if you have any doubts from integration, well, the first lecture of integration will not have any doubts as such, but okay, right? And your homework of the first integration would be home assignment 1, and home assignment 1 is not much, just 150 questions. So that would be your homework for a first lecture.
Sir,
बोलो.
limits वगैरह भी होगा क्या syllabus में?
Yeah, I'm saying it's a mock test on differential calculus. So what is there in differential calculus? पूरा book है. ठीक है, the whole book is there in the syllabus, differential calculus by Aditya Agarwal वाला. Parent का पूरा book is syllabus. Okay, functions, limits, continuity, differentiability, application of derivatives, methods of differentiation, everything is there in the syllabus. Right? Okay then, so does anyone have any other doubts regarding any of the chapters that we have completed? और so on so forth. सबको वेक्टर्स एंड 3D अच्छे से समझ में तो आ गया ना, स्पेशली 3D.
हाँ सर.
ठीक है. I hope there is no longer any issues in visualizing things in 3D. कि how is a plane being drawn, कैसे line कैसे जा रहा है and stuff like that.
No sir. No sir.
Because देखो vectors and 3D is a topic जहाँ से you can always expect 2 to 4 questions in any exam basically, whether it is mains का or advanced का. Vectors 3D से 2 to 4 questions would be there. So if you have a very clear understanding of this, so it's good. It's an important topic, vectors and 3D. Trigonometry से ज़्यादा important है actually, vectors and 3D. Right. So well, if we have nothing else to discuss, then we'll end this session over here. If you have any further doubts on regards to anything, then you can always ping me up on WhatsApp. Clear? So next week
Okay, sir.
start off with integration, and please practice integration thoroughly, right? Because I have seen that even a form that you have practiced multiple times, exam में भूल जाओगे जाके. So those kind of things must not happen. So just take care of that, and so then I'll see you next week after the test and with the discussion of the test. Bye bye everyone.
Bye sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.